And I'm Dylan Black. Erin's Butterfly Run and is coming to Ottawa-Gatineau in the fall. But right now we're going to be fundraising. We're going to be talking about a Facebook online auction that's going to be taking place very soon. With us right now, the event coordinators for this amazing event. We have Rachel Samulack with us. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to have you. Yes, things are great. And Kayleigh Felice is with us as well.
Yes. Hi.
Okay, hi. So first of all, the walk is happening in the fall. Rachel.
Yes, so the walk is happening on October the 14th in Old Ottawa South, and it's a run for pregnancy and infant loss awareness.
Okay.
So I can share our story in a little bit, but my husband and I have experienced 2 losses, and we found there was no event for pregnancy and infant loss awareness in October in Ottawa-Gatineau, so we decided to coordinate an event. Okay,
and Kayleigh, you've experienced a loss as well, so we'll get into all that in moments, but you're fundraising well in advance, which I kind of like, right? Because you got this very cool, because everybody lives on Facebook, right? So let's put together a Facebook auction. Rachel, tell us about this auction there. When is that exactly going to be taking place?
So the auction is taking place on June 2nd and 3rd from 9 a.m. on June 2nd to 9 p.m. on June 3rd.
Okay. Let's talk about your stories, though. And Kayleigh, let's just begin with you, though, okay? Because so you guys are friends.
Yeah, we met in grad school.
You guys have known each other for just like 1 or 2 years.
So we've known each other for 8 years.
Okay, all right, fair enough. But can you tell us about your loss?
Yeah, so it was December 2013, and normal, uncomplicated pregnancy as far as we could tell. And full term, I went into labor at the birth center in Gatineau, and just as I was pushing, my daughter was suddenly in distress. And when she was born, she wasn't breathing on her own, and she was transferred to the hospital, and by the time that I got there and followed her, she had already passed away. And I mean, you never know that it's something that could happen. We all think, oh, just make it past the first 3 months and you know, you're in the clear, but it's something that still happens today. About 7 in 1,000 pregnancies end in stillbirth, and it's just heart-wrenching. I mean, you grieve a child that the people around you have never met, that you've carried for 9 months and that they've seen, and just people don't really know how to support you through that. But I mean, the grief that we felt was really the grief of the loss of a child, and for us, she was our first child, so we didn't you have an empty nest when you get home too, and the bedroom is empty, and I think people were struggling to figure out how to support us, but that was the support and the love around us that helped get us through.
Okay, I don't. that's quite the story, and clearly the grief lives with you, and so we're going on 4 years.
Yeah, she would have been 3.5.
So, but through your grief, I mean, we've created this amazing event, and so Erin is named after.
Yeah, so the Butterfly Run is named after my son, Aaron. My husband and I first experienced a miscarriage at 10 weeks in 2013 when we decided to start our family. And we found out about Kayleigh's loss at that time, and so we kind of reconnected over that. And then we have a son named Gabriel who was born in 2014, and he's 2.5. He's a very busy toddler. And then last year, February 2016, we were 20 weeks pregnant. We found out at our 20-week ultrasound that our son had no kidneys and that he would not survive after birth. So we decided to carry forward with the perinatal hospice program at Roger Nielsen House, and they supported us through our pregnancy. They helped us write a birth plan. They have doctors, nurses, and social workers, and they helped us just through the pregnancy to deal with the grief that was coming and what we knew would happen when Aaron was born. So he was born June 19th, 2016, so Father's Day. His 1-year birthday is coming up, and we had 100 minutes with him after he was born, and it was devastating. It was the hardest 100 minutes of my life, knowing that he was passing away in my arms, but it was also beautiful getting to meet this baby that we had fought for and that we really wanted.
Clearly life-changing, what you've both gone through, and as I mentioned, you're taking bad and you're making good. This is the first year then, obviously, coming up. Tell us about the run and where it will be taking place.
So the run originally started in Quinte, so it started last year in 2016. It happened this year in Quinte, Peterborough, and it's coming to Ottawa-Gatineau, so it'll be in Old Ottawa South. And our run is not going to be a competitive run, it's just going to be a community walk run, so it won't be timed, but we will have a 1-mile walk for families and then also a 5-kilometer walk run.
Okay, So the fundraising has begun, which is beautiful. Kayleigh, tell us where the funds are going to be going.
Yep, so the funds raised during the race are going to Roger Nielsen House, the team that was helping Rachel through her experience with Aaron. And the funds from the auction are actually going to fund the race. So when people register for the race, 100% of the funds from their registration fee goes to Roger Nielsen House. So we need a little bit of extra money to get the run up and going. So that's why we have the auction that starts this Friday on Facebook.
Okay.
And I think other than the fundraising, a big part of the event for us is also the awareness and letting people know that they're not alone in this grief and that there's a community that they can turn to.
So Roger Nielsen House basically was the place that helped you out both the most?
So for me, for our family, Roger Nielsen House has a perinatal loss bereavement support group. So that's a support group for anyone who has lost a pregnancy over 20 weeks. And they also have the perinatal hospice. So they were amazing for our family. And then Kayleigh was...
we were supported by a group in Gatineau at the Université du Québec en Outaouais. So they have, it's kind of like a peer support group where we meet with other parents who've experienced a loss.
Okay, your stories are amazing, and we only have about a minute left, so let's talk about these butterflies quickly.
So these butterfly wings are handmade in Ottawa. They are a fundraiser to cover the cost of our run, as Kayleigh mentioned. They're $30, and they're for sale at the Three Sisters Bake Shop, which is 2211 Arch Street. They're for children, so we have a couple of big pairs. Fabrications, which is a fabric store here in Ottawa, kindly donated some organic cotton for us. We also have custom-made little baby ones.
Oh, they're adorable.
So we're hoping families will purchase them at the Three Sisters and wear them on the day of the run.
Okay. Facebook event kicks off on the 2nd, so it's only 2 days. How can people find this? Because I want everybody to find the link.
Yes, so just search in Facebook for Butterfly Run Silent Auction. Join our group. You request to join. We have 70 items for auction. Photographers, yoga courses, fitness classes, gift certificates for a night out, something for everyone really. So just join the Facebook group and all the items will be announced on Wednesday. On Thursday, auction starts Friday.
And butterflyrun.ottawa.ca for more details on the run and how they can get in contact with you to make a donation. You guys, thank you so much.
Thank you. And run registration is open now. So
Beautiful.
if you decide you want to register, it's all online.
Thank you very much, Rachel and Kayleigh, for sharing your story here today.
Thank you very much.
And we have more Daytime Ottawa coming up in moments.